Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Today is just going to be a fun, hopefully upbeat live stream, but we're going to be focusing on actually a very serious problem. And I know some people are going to cry. They're going to be like, oh, Vosk, you clickbait, I'm unsubbing. And that's fine. See ya. The point is simply that if this does happen, I think Bitcoin's doomed, and I will without a doubt sell all my Bitcoin because then Bitcoin would no longer be Bitcoin. We're going to talk about a couple different things, including just the crazy market dip. But if you look at the market, just the last 24 hours, it's actually showing green. Big green, right? And that's because it's bouncing back, but it's still significantly down. So it's almost like this false feeling, right? It's this false feeling of, oh, it's a green market, things are getting better. But then you look at your portfolio and you're down huge, right? And like Uber Spidey says, fun upbeat live stream about doom. That's right. So just to show you exactly what I'm talking about here I am on CoinGecko. You see all the top coins here, and you see it increase 23% last 24 hours. You're excited, only to realize, and Cardano is a little bit of an exception. It's really been kind of shrugging off the recent dip, but it's down from its all-time high, 24%, which it achieved just 4 days ago. But some people may have already seen this, kind of really circulated heavily yesterday. And basically, there's always a bunch of conspiracy theories going on 4chan, and they're like, all depends how many other firms are liquidated in the process. They're going to be big and fast. 35K limit order if you want to be safe, but you could probably go as low as 31 and a quarter. And claiming that anonymous poster is the insider that you seek. So at the time of this stream, Bitcoin's trading about $41,000 and is down 35 or 36% from its all-time high last month. I mean, that's a very significant drop, not only in a percentage, but even more so, almost 25 grand, 23 grand. That's a very steep drop. Some of this in like crypto Jesus says that it's a classic wick-off manipulation here. And I'm not here to talk so much about the market manipulation and FUD in that regard. There's something else I really want to focus on in this stream, and it's related to Bitcoin, specifically the way Bitcoins are produced or minted and their blockchain consensus mechanism works. So like quite literally the tech behind Bitcoin. And you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, especially if you're watching this after the fact, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Join me on this crazy crypto journey. I'm not claiming that I know everything, but I have been doing this full time for basically over 4 years now. And it's been a crazy journey, and I've learned a lot along the way, and Bitcoin mining is not a foreign concept to me. And unironically, when it comes to mining, the hash rate always lags behind the price. So if we hit an all-time high, the all-time high in hash rate will be coming soon. And if it dips, the hash rate will probably just still go up. You may see it dip down a little bit here, but that is such a small correlation, right? It doesn't, statistically, it doesn't matter. And the Bitcoin mining algorithm adjusts every 2 weeks. So it's a very rough indicator as far as if you're analyzing the actual difficulty here, which you can see here in the last recent adjustment, the all-time high difficulty was hit, which in essence, this means that Bitcoin is consuming more energy than ever before. Recently, I was interviewed on CNN, and I talked to them for like an hour. And I was pretty excited. I thought this would be a good opportunity to make my case to an entity that would probably be pretty clearly against Bitcoin mining and the energy consumption associated. And I talked to him for like an hour, talked about a bunch of awesome things, said a couple things, made her jaw drop, and then only a couple minutes actually hit the air for the pre-recorded interview. And they spin it the way they want to, and I think unfortunately that Elon Musk saw my interview, right? And it's crazy. Like Elon Musk, he must have seen my interview because he didn't know Bitcoin was I guess there was a lot of energy being used to mine Bitcoin. He didn't know, but he's a big fan, right? And so he saw the interview, and he was like, "Yo, Tesla, we can't be accepting Bitcoin. It's destroying the world." And so they stopped that. And ever since that happened, we've just been in a FUD fest, drama. Blue or orange coin goes down. Blue chips can't save us. All this just crazy stuff. And basically, they say that Tesla's not going to be selling any Bitcoin, and we tend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to a more sustainable energy. Okay, so you have a huge entity, and there's a bunch of Elon Musk just simps out there. Follow the dude. And he's now campaigning for a greener mining algorithm for Bitcoin mining, right? And this is really where Bitcoin is doomed if this happens. Okay, so Bitcoin is doomed if the mining algorithm is fundamentally changed, really to bend to the wishes of people who are just really like uninvolved, unassociated. Like, oh, you found out about Bitcoin last year and you think NFTs are destroying the world because so many things are, so many miners on Ethereum, and Ethereum 2.0 is not coming. And, and then, oh, my daddy Elon says Doge is going to $1. Well, here's the deal, dude, is like you have this guy who chooses Dogecoin over Bitcoin, and then you want to seek his advice when it comes to a mining algorithm. And the whole thing, I don't think Bitcoin mining is necessarily perfect, right? But it's imperfectly perfect, if that's a thing. And what I mean by that is Bitcoin launched and the mining algorithm was SHA-256. It's been a decade. You don't change the mining algorithm. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, right? And it's this just big, beautiful slug, okay? It's digital gold. Okay, you want to wheel a lot of gold up your street, right? Take it to your buddy's house and be like, dude, look at this stuff someone else pulled out of the ground and made it look pretty. Like it's a miserable experience, right? Because it's big, it's heavy, and it sucks. It's a pretty big transaction fee, just like Bitcoin. And there's layer 2 solutions. People who are trying to bring DeFi to a Bitcoin. They're trying to get the Lightning Network to take off. Still waiting, but. The simple fact of the matter is that I'm okay with Bitcoin being whatever the hell it is now. That's Bitcoin. And if you fundamentally change Bitcoin, it's no longer Bitcoin. It's just, you might as well fork it and add something else to it. And that's just really my big takeaway here. And I saw this tweet, and I like to bring in tweets into the streams and videos sometimes because it's a quick way to just show someone else's take, right? Bring in outsiders, right? Other point of views, or someone just says something with good insight, right? So Bitcoin does use a lot of energy, but it doesn't require a military. Because what is the US dollar backed by, right? It's not backed by the gold standard. It's not backed by anything other than our government. And our government, the US government, is backed by the military. The dollar's power revolves around our military might, right? If we had no military, we would now be the United States of China. And that's just a simple fact. So who cares if Bitcoin uses a lot of energy right now? The fact of the matter is that approximately, according to the better data that I've seen, about 75% of Bitcoin mining is done with renewable resources. And I'm not even here to say that Bitcoin mining is perfect, but it's opened the door for stuff like this, heavy ash, right? So basically some dude's trying to make a different algorithm and trying to take off and, get their moment in the light. They have their POW-X project, Proof of Work X, and basically they claim it's a novel proof of work algorithm. And the researchers' papers detail how the algorithm, dubbed optical proof of work, could annihilate energy dependency by leveraging photonics, my man. You know what that is, right? So the project's website says the POW-X is a nonprofit dedicated to developing POW cryptography compatible with ultra energy efficient optical computing. It sounds like a damn exit scam. But the quote here, from a practical perspective, Bitcoin adoption by companies like Tesla, which recently rescinded its acceptance of Bitcoin as payment, has been hampered by its massive energy consumption and perceived environmental impact. Okay, And there's been a lot of different takes and rebuttals and everything in between. We look at this article that kind of made its rounds recently by Nick Carter, not the one you might be thinking of. And the top highlight here, which is one piece I like about it, and it also backs what I just said, is Visa relies on ACH, Fedwire, SWIFT, and the global correspondent banking system, the Federal Reserve, and of course the military and diplomatic strength of the U.S. government to ensure all of the above are working smoothly. So if you think that your credit card uses less energy by proxy than Bitcoin mining, you're ignorant, naive, or just an idiot. And it's crazy, right? The grossly oversized U.S. military, and just to be clear, I'm a big supporter of our troops and the military here generally, but there's just things grossly wrong with the military and the budgeting as well. So that's like really a whole different topic that we could open up. There's a lot that we could talk about there, but we're going to stay focused on today's video subject. But the takeaway from that is that they're the largest single consumer of oil in the world. So if you have a problem with Bitcoin mining, why don't you target the U.S. government first, or the U.S. military and their consumption, because it's exponentially larger. Bitcoin has no military, right? Bitcoin is an opportunity it's changing the world, and it has put so much pressure. Bitcoin has just propelled us into the next era of financial revolution and progression, right? And I'm not trying to sound like a cult. I don't even have a ton of Bitcoin, to be honest. I have some, but I'm definitely not a Bitcoin whale. And by the way, I see you guys in the chat. I'm gonna have an AMA at the end of this video, but if you spam the chat, like you're getting banned. It's so exhausting. So anyway, my point is just that, simply put, like, I'm not some cult fanatic for Bitcoin, and I'm not trying to get you like buy my bags, right? I just think Bitcoin is beautiful, and so is blockchain technology, and mining is an incredible way to just decentralize the coin distribution. And originally it was like one CPU, one vote, the longest chain wins, and it's just, at its inception, Bitcoin mining was so incredible. And it's gotten a little dirtier over the years, right? If I click back over here, one thing you'll notice is what makes Bitcoin so valuable anyway, right? So I try to dive into a lot of these topics in that video. But you look down the list, you see these big, power-hungry machines, right? You see these things. They cost a lot of money. They're made by shady Chinese companies, or based out of Hong Kong, or just foreign entities. And I'm not racist or xenophobic or whatever term, the farthest thing from it. But the fact of the matter is that U.S.-based companies have so much more regulation that they have to adhere to, as opposed to these guys. And that leads to price gouging, manipulation, and just really nothing good. But the fact of the matter is that these are the guys with the secret sauce formula. And because of that, they're having a hell of a time. And they quite literally power and mine the Bitcoin network. But that's just the way it's gone. Economies of scale. And they targeted this first, and they've been developing and refining Bitcoin miners for several years now. And because you lost the game, you either have to show up and make a better Bitcoin miner on the SHA-256 mining algorithm, or I shouldn't say or, but you can't just change the Bitcoin mining algorithm at this point. So, obviously times are changing, and the bigger this stuff grows, the more opportunities that will kind of arise from it. But let's talk about this month's video sponsor, compassmining.io. I've got a link out in the video description below. And with that, you can mine Bitcoin, right? So they're aiming to help deal with these problems. So they've got co-location facilities. You can buy miners and host them there, or send gear that you already have. They are always selling different miners. They are constantly changing. The prices are changing. The models are changing. And it's just rapidly evolving. and changing. So links out for that in the video description below. And the other, so Compass is our month's video sponsor, and this is the video sponsor. Then we also have a giveaway sponsor. We're going to be giving away 0.003 Bitcoin to you guys 5 times with the associated codes. But I thought these guys were cool because they are creating their own crypto research desk, right? Research-driven institution, believing in quality, transparency, and making information accessible. And the first thing I think of when I see them, I think of the block and how the incredible success that they have achieved. And someone else, kind of stepping up, offering another, another verified third-party view into all this stuff is incredible, especially with just the overflow of information in this crypto market. So they're offering extensive long-form, a thorough and deep topic analysis here, crypto assets, focusing on fundamentals. Then they have briefs or short forms, overview of crypto assets and aim of providing useful information in a quick manner, and then a concise manner, and then through an overview of the industry to provide readers a well-thought outlook for their investments. So it's very interesting, and if you do you think that you'd like to try this out, they have a 30% discount going on, and it's linked out in the video description below. The other quick thing I want to touch on is the fact that we are quite literally giving away several $1,000s in cryptocurrencies. There's nothing weird you have to even do. All the rules are in this thread, and I just dropped it in the live stream chat, and I can't believe I can't believe I was just reading what someone just said. But also, I don't know if I linked this in the video description below yet. I'll have to double check, but it is in the live stream chat. And also looks like I'm making Bitcoin crash right now. Sorry, Ivan. But you guys left me no choice. You guys didn't hit the thumbs up enough. I had to make Bitcoin crash. I'm going to do it again if we don't hit 500 likes. So, ooh, man, everybody must... Elon must be watching the stream just like he watched the interview, and now he realized Bitcoin is doomed because of his plan. And Elon and Tesla, they must be selling their buttcoin. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Elon, stop watching, man. Oh man, there's a lot of angry comments today. Jeez. I get it, man. The market's tough, but guess what? I bought the dip, and I'm looking forward. You could be a crybaby about it, or you could be forward thinking. Everybody wanted to buy crypto last week. You can buy it today at a lower price. You don't want to buy it anymore? Maybe your conviction wasn't strong enough, and maybe buying crypto just isn't for you. Personally, I don't think that the crypto market is even close to being over. This bull run. I don't think the bear market is here yet or anything like that. And your boy hasn't sold the top yet. So that's just my 2 cents on it. But Lord Mardrick thinks I seem scared, dude. Yeah, that's why I bought the dip yesterday. I mean, how many times do I have to say that? You want the proof? I tweeted it. It's on crypto Twitter. It must be real. Where'd I say it? Okay, here it comes. I bought the dip. My finger can't go that far. For better or worse, okay? How else do I say it? I bought the dip. I'm not scared. I'm going in. Like my man JC says, all I see are discounts. Unfortunately, Stink got liquidated. But you playing a dangerous game with margin. And, I feel for everyone associated with that, and it's unfortunate. But, again, it's high risk, high reward. So, with all that in mind, we're going to go to the fan favorite. Today I bring you not 10, not 15, but 30 seconds of tails. Oh yeah. So if you guys don't know, on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, we run 10 seconds of tails on every video. She used to be in a bunch of videos with me, but due to shooting at the computer like this, it's a lot more difficult. But yeah, so it's something we do here. I think it's a lot of fun. I love tails, and she is just the most beautiful thing in my life, along with Miss Vosk. But I think it's really funny right now is I don't ever do this to her, but she always loves to play with the hose, and she doesn't realize that the hose is not connected. because I mean, I just never do this. So she's like really excited. She thinks I'm about to turn the hose on. She's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Which is really funny. But yeah, she doesn't realize that it's impossible. Got him. It's a little bit of a dirty play, but don't think I'm that evil. Right after I stopped recording, I actually connected it to the hose, and then we started playing with the hose. So, let me know any questions you guys have, and we can go ahead, and we're about to move into the AMA Ask Me Anything portion of this video. One other quick note is, again, just about all the giveaways we have going on. By the way, I see your comment, Beth Miller, VC arbitrage, and that's an absolute scam Telegram group. They're paying for YouTube ads literally next to our videos. We've reported it. No success yet. But anyway, watch out. Don't get scammed, please. And yeah. So giveaway thread, I just dropped in the live stream chat, but I bring it up also because of the giveaway. So the last 5 codes were recently added to this, and with those codes that have unlikely to have been redeemed yet, give the new users that sign up for Prime XBT 0.003 Bitcoin for free. And I've got the link out to sign up with Prime XBT in the video description below. Unfortunately, U.S. citizens cannot participate. We've talked about Prime XBT before. They're supporters of the channel, and I think it's really cool. I just really enjoy working with projects that give us coins and promotions and everything like that to give out to you guys. Obviously we fund some of our own stuff, but having them help fund things really just enables us to essentially give more, right? It's at no cost to us, and we show them, and hopefully you guys are the winners of some coins. All the details are linked out on that thread on VoskCoin Talk. But one of the things that I think is the most interesting, and really most other people do as well, is the co-vesting, and just basically allows you to automatically copy top performing traders on their platform, and you get a % of the profits by literally just jumping on their back. Like that's a cool opportunity. And if there's someone you find you like their their background, their performance, their metrics, it's all there. And obviously their platform does a lot more than that. They have a referral program, so if you want to get your friends into it, you can certainly take part in that. They also offer trading beyond Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, making it a multi, asset platform there. And they have a DeFi, decentralized finance component built in as well. So let me know the questions you guys have, and we can run through that stuff. And Chadwick's Racing, I was just kidding. I know I don't have the power to mess with the Bitcoin market, and that's fine. By the time I ever attain that power, I think it'll be time for me to go ahead and, go just full-blown Satoshi. Disappear. So Bright, yes, all the giveaways are still available. Good point, Gabriel. SpaceX, all they do is just burn up a bunch of rocket fuel because Elon wants to go to Mars. But I guess Bitcoin mining is the worst. Jim Johnson, thanks for checking in from the UK, man. My biggest form of passive income other than mining is really just staking coins, earning interest with my coins. Whether that's yield farming, liquidity mining, or just straight up staking or earning interest in things like BlockFi and just other platforms. But yeah. So Steven, I really appreciate the donation, but I'm not familiar with Shrimp Swap at this time, so I have to do some research on that before participating. So I've got this page pulled up. Little bit of a conspiracy theorist, right? So we got Hans right here, and here's his conspiracy theory. I thought it was a little fun one to bring to you guys on the tube here. So we already talked about the 4chan post earlier in this video, but so basically the PRC, People's Republic of China, hates Justin Sun Tron's guts, apparently, because he's using BTT. I'm not super hip to this. I've heard this a little bit before, and just like the general notion and consensus, and just understanding the basics of the PRC, it's really not hard to believe. But so that's that. Basically, powerful Chinese entities working with the PRC orchestrated FUD to dip and liquidate a very rich person. Third was the fact that Justin's son nearly got liquidated for $1 billion. Do you understand how much money that is? I appreciate the donation, Stephen, and I'm glad that my answer was hopefully, acceptable there. $1 billion, like, obviously that's just, I just can't even really understand what that amount of money would be like. I'm so far away from $1 billion. But it's very interesting, and the fact that an individual, nearly got liquidated for $1 billion worth of collateral. Whether you love the dude or not, he's got a lot of money. And with a lot of money, he spent a lot of money to make a lot more money. That's making money, I guess. But he slid an extra $300 million in at the last second, despite huge gas fees. And apparently, there was a 2-minute window where it went into recovery mode, and Justin's son could have been liquidated, and he was able to save it. Just rebalanced 5 minutes ago, $30 million back in debt. So, looking at this thread further, it's very interesting that it adds protections for lenders in markets like this, and that jump from 110% to 150% is what put his collateral ratio, to be clear, is what put him at risk of being liquidated. And, is it really like that simple? I don't know, but that's a big boy target, and big boy targets it can incite some pretty crazy stuff. Here's a snapshot of Justin's son's address on a Zapper Fi, which is a DeFi tool or really just simply a tool, but really helps you see where your coins are and what they're doing and any associated platforms. You can see the breakdown here on the networks, as well as where things are allocated. For example, Liquidity, and then also Curve, two of his large platforms in use there, and you see a massive discrepancy between his Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain use, but that's still a massive amount of money on Binance Smart Chain. So, I'm not here to say that's what happened or that's what didn't happen, but I always enjoy a good little conspiracy theory and everything like that. So, you guys, let me know what questions you guys have. We can talk about them the next couple minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap today's stream up. Let me see. So, move this over here. Someone asked me if you're talking to me on email. And if you're talking to a Gmail account, it's not me. I have an official VoskCoin email address that's not at Gmail, and the scammers use Gmails. Like VoskSquad@gmail.com is a scam. The official VoskCoin at gmail.com is a scam. All of those are scams. Scams. Massive scams. There's scammers in the comment section impersonating us. Look for the check mark by our name. Please, I don't want anybody to get scammed, especially in any sort of association with our name, being part of this scam. It really sucks. So, everyone, be safe out there. Bitcoin C, do I think Elon is Satoshi? Absolutely not. He's the furthest thing from Satoshi. I would bet everything he's not Satoshi. Elon is part of the problem for humanity. I don't know if I can even say that one on YouTube, but yeah, like Dark Destroyer said, Elon is not Satoshi. Satoshi was honorable. Bright, where can you see the winners when the giveaway ends? The winners are going to be posted on the thread on VoskCoin Talk, where we're giving away quite literally thousands of dollars in different cryptocurrencies, including some awesome coins like Bitcoin and Helium. And oh my God. Now that's the conspiracy theory. AT says that maybe there's other Vosks out there. So, one of the things I think that I'm glad you like this shirt. I thought I was really excited to break out this shirt. for this video, and it's sort of lined up with the title. Of course, some people slap the thumbs down because I say doomed. But I truly believe that Bitcoin is doomed if you change the mining algorithm. Like Bitcoin being immutable and unchanged is some of the most beautiful things associated with Bitcoin, right? So if you just go in there and you start changing everything, is it really Bitcoin anymore? Bitcoin at this point, in my opinion, really just needs to be maintained. If any exploits could ever be possible, or anything to just kind of help get transaction fees down without messing it up, or even more so, like layer 2 solutions are all interesting. But if you want to just, change the monetary supply, the emission rate, the mining algorithm, like, you cannot touch the fundamentals, ruin the coin. If you want a more green, different alternative form of mining, you should look at a different coin, different mining setup. For example, a lot of people want to talk about Chia lately. Well, everyone's going to get absolutely obliterated on that one after the big data centers just eat that one up. But that's why we haven't really talked about it too much on the channel. But I think that from a concept, hard drive mining is very interesting. But when you actually really dig into it, it's not as sweet as you may think. But you can't tell the new people that. They're really excited about it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Then you have things like helium. I think helium is so cool and refreshing. That's why we talk about it time and time again on the channel, because I'm honestly just into it. And people are like, oh, Vosk, did helium pay you? Like, no. Actually, helium said no to sponsoring a video series here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. So, no, I pay to talk about helium because that means I'm spending my time and my money to create the content to do it. Obviously, I'm not like complaining or anything. The channel is monetized and it has to be. YouTube's terms of service have updated that they will run ads on your content no matter what. So you may as well monetize your own content and be compensated for it. Otherwise, they're just going to run ads on your videos. So one thing to keep in mind if you're not familiar with that. Furthermore, obviously, we make money helium mining, and it's fun and it's exciting. So, I'm super stoked for helium. I'm not trying to sound, shilly or whatever, but with the way it's going and their network on the track to 10x, I think that their price is going to 10x. And with that, we're going to see helium trade over $100. And if that's the case, it's still going to be very profitable to mine. And everyone who's been mining and buying and holding it is going to have a great time. And that's that. So with all those things in mind, let me know any other questions you guys have. I go ahead and round out today's stream. Jimmy Lobo, you have to buy a Bobcat miner currently with cryptocurrency. You cannot use PayPal. Can you do a video on how to set up a miner with one GPU, please? Bo, we have already done that. I think like our $1,000 GPU mining rig build might be relevant to you. And also our 2019 best GPU mining rig build guide that's an hour is super. I try to pour everything I ever knew into that, and everything's still pretty much relevant from that video. So now, why isn't that load? He said, I missed your super chat. Don't give up on me. Summarize the favorite things happening on VoskCoin Talk. I mean, there's just a lot of awesome threads on there. I mean, it's a forum. A lot of stuff is talked about on our forum. So I just think that it's a very high IQ community. Just a lot of smart people focused on having fun, making money, making things work. It's not like just a bunch of moon boy BS, in my opinion. Vapor, my man, thanks for the compliment and the donation. It's really cool to hear that you had fun and success with Lock after we talked about it. And it's crazy the fact that you won one of their hourly draws. And they have a big marketing campaign coming for that project. So if that takes off at all, then all that stuff's only going to appreciate. Do you think top alts will reach previous all-time highs from 2017, 2018? I absolutely do think that any project that is still decent at all is going to hit new all-time highs. You see projects that have gained, a lot of traction recently. I mean, Binance Coin has obliterated its old all-time highs. Ethereum hits new all-time highs. Cardano hits new all-time highs. These are projects that have a lot of interest, actively developed, largely positioned as platforms around decentralized finance, DeFi, which some people still somehow want to ignore that is just like the epicenter. of this like cryptocurrency bull run, and like really the big catalyst, other than just simply meme coins. And meme coins they may just simply end up doing more harm than good. Just like everyone who doesn't hit the thumbs up on this video, you're doing more harm than good. So please hit the thumbs up. I'd love to reach 500 likes before we go ahead and sign out on this one. What do I think of the TRX network? I'm just not really a fan of the Tron network. It's okay. It's just kind of like, it's just not that good. Like I don't really know how to answer that without just going on a huge tangent. But Dan says, when will the sun stop shining? And that might just be a Justin Sun reference. So above all, I also want to say that I appreciate all you guys tuning in. It means a lot. And all you guys are tuning in for all our videos. If you hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. And I'm all about hearing, your feedback on the video. And say, like, we upload a video later today. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And like just giving honest feedback, constructive feedback. It's it's super helpful. And I understand that we've had some more video sponsors lately, or sponsored videos lately. And we've expanded the team, and there's a cost associated with that. And also the simple fact we're putting out more videos. And with that, we need to put out a couple more sponsored videos just to kind of keep our metrics in line. And I hope you guys like just kind of understand and can support us in there. I never want to ask money for the content or ask for donations or anything like that. I'd rather just take a sponsored video and then, we keep moving on. The solar mining farm build is so incredibly expensive with just that and everything associated with actually getting the property and getting power pulled out there. And it's just like every time you turn around, it's fee, bill. It's unreal. So that's something associated with this as well. And I really appreciate when you guys take the time just to support us. It means everything, and that I can keep doing this, and hopefully just keep bringing you guys awesome content. The point I was trying to make also with the increased video output is right now we're putting out almost 10 times the amount of videos we were about on average last year, and especially compared to 2 years ago. And I think that our content, as far as the editing quality and everything associated, is better than it's ever been. I think that we're reaching new highs with editing, just quality, consistency. I'm trying to have more fun with it, and then also we have more fun with the editing side, just to introduce like more funny and unique edits. Anybody can turn their camera on and talk about a bunch of BS, but I'm just trying to take it to the next level a little bit, I guess. And it's, just start this journey to 1 million subscribers, because, for the first time, I actually believe that we can do that. And I'm so excited just to even be able to say that. So very exciting, just from that point of view. And so that's just my little piece of my little soapbox. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, saying that stuff, like Wesley, and I see where'd your name just go? So it's a little Kernai. Didn't want to say that wrong. Capstead. I can look into a cache. I shot them a message, but that's really as far as I've gotten that far. Uber Spidey. I really appreciate your kind words and comment there, my friend. So thanks for the super chat, Chris. And you said, Vosk, what will you do when ETH money goes down in your solar farm you built? So I'm not, this sounds bad. Maybe like this isn't what a lot of people want to hear, but I'm not building it around GPUs at this time, because without Ethereum, GPU mining will crumble unless a behemoth fills that void, a behemoth that does not currently exist. A lot of people don't want to hear that. It's a negative thing. But that's just that's the way it goes. I think it's financially reckless to build a mining farm based around a coin that is leaving you. It's just, if you go to anyone and if you take a step back, remove your bias, and you go and you pitch that to someone, just try to pitch it to yourself. It doesn't make sense. So, it's, with this market, like getting hardware is so difficult as well, which is like being heavily factored. And it really is a matter of what can I get at what price, at what time, realistically, when am I supposed to break even? When do I hope I could break even? Worst case, would I maybe break even around this point? All those things come into play. And if, say, like a new altcoin miner launches, then I'm all about that if the numbers are right. But I would like to center the core portion around the farm around just simply Bitcoin mining. And you could say that piece bleeds into like bias of this video. And I mean, I guess that's true, right? But it's a little bit bigger than that. I can remove myself just from my personal bias. And even if I don't do that, I still am not interested in Bitcoin if they change the fundamentals like that. It's no longer it's just no longer Bitcoin, right? So at that point, you might as well go support like Bitcoin Cash or one of the other forks. So there's all kinds of crazy drama associated with that. But anyway, so that's a good point too, Ryan, about NVIDIA is going to be focusing on reducing the hash rate for new graphics cards associated with mining. So with all that said, guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up if you're still watching. And I'll see you on the next one. I've got another video, and I'm probably going to do another video stream today. So it'll be super cool to see all you guys a second time on that video. You're all freaking awesome. Just I'm not trying to give you financial advice or shill or whatever, but, have some faith. Have some just, what is the word I'm looking for? Conviction, right? Just be bold in your decision. If you wanted to buy crypto last week, you should still want to buy it today, and it's cheaper today. And personally for me, I'm not looking at the day to day. I'm looking at month to month. I'm looking for an opportunity to take some profits at hopefully the top. But I'm not going to exit cryptocurrency or anything like that. But at the end of the day, there is a market top and there's a market bottom, and some of this is financially motivated. So, that revolves around trying to take profits at the top. And don't be like, in my opinion, but I'm not going to be so naively bullish that I'm just going to let a bunch of people dump on me and take profits, and I go up to the top and then I ride it all the way back down, because that's kind of what I did in the last crypto bull run. It's a miserable feeling to realize like how much some of like those profits could have impacted my life and my family's life, and then also given me the opportunity to buy even more of the actual coins later on. Because at no point did I leave cryptocurrency, but it made the crypto winter, a little colder last time. So, as always, I appreciate you guys. Like German says, it's all noise. You're all awesome. And I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be today. Slap the thumbs up for you, boy.